devil are you?
Prime Minister, I'm your new bodyguard, Jacob Fry.
Hello everyone, it is the Almighty Jeff and this is episode 47 of Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Last time we once again returned to the World War I simulation. We took care of the spy, the Magpie, and destroyed the weaponry being hoarded at Clarence Stockhouse. We also took care of the Apothecary twins. In the process we worked on collectibles in the area. So of course, as usual, we're going to start off with the perks we get, and you might have noticed that we're actually in a memory that we visited before. This is actually the final main game memory for Charles Darwin, her struggle for existence, and I'm just going to go through them in the easiest order. So we've got to progress log and perks. I've only done 3 again because these 3 were all particularly tricky, or ones that I had to grind out a lot. So we've got fancy moves, counter shot, and road rage. The one I'm going to show you first is road rage because it's the one that I've used the memory to do, and then I'll back out to show you to do the other ones. So the best way I found was I've got a weak pistol equipped. This is more for another perk that I'm going to show you in a bit. But obviously got all these policemen down here, so you just want to shoot near them, grab their attention, that sort of thing. I would prefer to have got more attention, but hopefully that should be able to do, because sometimes it can be a bit of a pain, this one, as in it will take a while, and they don't always die in the first hit. Why have they not? Come on, why are you taking so long to come over? I can just get these two. Oh, it's annoyed them at least. That's what we want. You basically want to keep them on this narrow road here, which is the same side of the road where Florence Nightingale is, and she walks you down. Hopefully, maybe I can actually get this straight away. No, not quite. Oh yeah, I did it. So there you go. So basically, the thing is to run over 2 people in the space of 10 seconds, but it's got to actually kill them. You can't just hit them with the carriage and they won't die, because they tend to be actually quite tough. At least the policemen are in this one, and I found this is the best way to grind it out. Thankfully the counter isn't too high. If it were 50 I'd have thought that would be ridiculous, but it's only 25, so it's not too bad. But these other 2 are significantly easier. One of them just took a lot longer because the amount that you need to do was a lot longer. One of them's not too bad, but there's only a really specific type of enemy that you can do it on. Well, there's not, but it's the easiest way to do it. So the next one I'm going to show you is counter shot, which is basically, I don't think we had any of these, but you basically need to shoot the same person with a quick shot, you know, where the button prompt comes above your head in the again in 10 seconds. So the best way I've found to do this is with the snipers, and most consistent place to get this is on Buckingham Palace, in which there are 4 that are wandering about. There's one of them, the beef eaters. So you want to get close, not too close that it'll melee you, but close enough that you'll shoot, because if you're too far away you'll just dodge instead. So just shoot them once like that, and then there you go. That's the counter shot perk done. And the good thing about that as well is it don't waste ammo. It doesn't count towards it. But that's the reason why I had the pole pistol equipped, because if you've got too good a pistol, you obviously just kill them in one, and then you'll have to find another enemy, and then hopefully you'll get to them in 10 seconds, so it's just a lot easier to use a crap weapon. So I'm going to do my other one on another guard. There should be 4, so there should be one around. There's one up there. Okay. So fancy moves is basically you've got to get yourself into a melee encounter with them and then use the pistol as sort of like a combo move, really. But I had a lot to grind out with this one, and I basically booted up the Tower of London map, the one a thorn in the side. So you want to press square to attack and then quickly press Y as well, which will it doesn't always work, but it does most of the time, a lot more consistently than like the multi-kill ones. So there we go, there's our 3 perks. Like I said, they were pretty tricky. Well, not always completely tricky, but it took me a while. So we've got fancy moves, so increases the damage caused by a gun or knife when they're using a combo. I'm probably going to use it that much outside of getting it for the perk, but at least we got it. Counter shot increases the damage caused by a counter shot. Again, well, I mean, I'm not too fussed about that one. I'll just press it for use of self-defense, so it could work that one. And road rage increases the damage enemies receive when hit by a carriage. I love that before I did the road rage, but never mind. So yeah, we've still got a fair few left to do, but we're working through it. So I've just equipped my better firearm before I forget. So we're on the Model 3, aren't we? Alright, fantastic. So, we are off. In fact, actually, you know what? While I'm here, I'm going to actually activate the viewpoint. It would have made my life a lot easier if I'd already had the viewpoint activated, because it would have saved me having to... Because basically, to force respawn the guards on top of the Buckingham Palace, obviously, would have been a lot quicker just to have constantly fast travel back to the viewpoint, but I didn't have that, and I didn't want to get it on off camera. So, I would basically go into a memory. I was actually using one of the gang strongholds. I think there was the St. Giles Rookery, if you remember that one in the Strand that we did first, that I found like an absolute pain in the ass to do. I just kept reloading that because I knew there were a couple of snipers in that, so I'd do them and then back out, and it would take me right outside Buckingham Palace to force spawn those 4 guards. But this would have been a lot quicker. But that is actually the final viewpoint in the game, I think. Unless check the Ripper DLC has any. I'm not too sure because I've never done it. But yeah, fantastic. We can zoom everywhere now. In fact, I remember it looks like it's on the opposite of St. James's Park. Yeah, we're going over there for the bodyguard for our memory of the week. Why don't you do a leap of faith? What are you doing, Jacob? But nevertheless, I will see you when we get there. Okie dokie. Here we are. So obviously we found out last time that the Templars are trying to kill the Prime Minister, and I assume we're going to try and stop that. Jacob plans to warn the Prime Minister of the threat to his life and question him as to the identity of a man in uniform named B. Okie dokie.
So much for the house call. I have to find a way into that carriage.
Okay. No. Come on. Might as well get that fragment whilst we're going through. Huh. How are we supposed to... I was kind of expecting it to set off. Oh dear. That didn't work out too well. I take it we can get detected. Okay.
What's the meaning of this? Who the devil are you?
Prime Minister, I'm your new bodyguard, Jacob Fry.
I wasn't informed of any new bodyguard. Who's your commanding officer?
Let the boy speak, Dizzy.
Dizzy.
Madam, apologies. But we've learned of a threat on your life. And the Met thought it best to move quickly.
Threat? What sort of threat?
That's all.
Yeah.
Excuse me a moment.
Okay. Keep the damage before 50%. Below 50%. I can't speak. Alright, come on, Jacob. Now's not the time for showing off. See, this would have been a good one to have used the counter shot with. If only I was one mission away. Okay, oh, there. It's pretty smooth, though. Can't deny. Alright, come on. Oh, let me have you. You ain't gutting me like anything, pal. Is that it? Really?
See here. What's all this?
Not so fast, Your Excellency.
Oh dear. Yeah, Jacob, priorities. Go, let's go, let's go.
Get back here with that Prime Minister!
Get back here with that Prime Minister. Oh jeez, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, not the time to come to a complete stop. Come on, come on, come on. Oh Jesus.
It was Gladstone. I bet my life on it. This is perfectly in keeping with his distinct lack of character.
Bit harsh.
Show yourself, reckless mucksnake!
He's hardly going to be in the band with a culture, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't think it's Gladstone. There you go, happy now? Poof. That was intense. So now they got the carriage repaired.
Damn Gladstone! That bloody man! He will pay for this!
Thank you. What do you intend to do about Gladstone, young man?
I assure you, madam, Gladstone is innocent in this.
But he tried to kill my husband.
Well, we'll look into Gladstone. Perhaps you can help me with another inquiry, madam. A gentleman with ties to Parliament, older, wears cavalry uniforms and has a large moustache.
You seem like a rough and ready sort of fellow, Mr. Fry.
Well, yes I am, actually.
And are you familiar with the poorer districts of our city?
Roughly.
Wonderful. As it happens, I've been eager to tour the Devil's Acre. If you were to escort me, I'd be happy to assist you in your inquiry.
That strikes me as a dangerous idea.
Then it's settled. Come back here to Downing Street tomorrow night, 8 o'clock sharp. Good day, Mr. Fry.
But I...
Good day, Mr. Fry.
I mean, clearly the line of question is, do you tell a person who is a threat to her husband's life? And she's thinking, I'll tell you once you've done me an escort mission. She clearly isn't too fussed about that, to be honest, is she? She's like, yeah, you know, just really schmizmerly. I'm not bothered. Right, I'm taking this carriage. I want you to give me an escort mission. Well, yeah, hasn't. Alright, fair enough. Right, let's clear up this district. This is where we did the bounty a couple of episodes ago, and we never cleared up. I don't know if this is actually a collectible, or if it's just a Heath glitch. One of the social ones, I mean, the ones where it's not going to give me credit if I pick it up. Just be like, yeah, well, you know, that doesn't make a difference at all. Okay, I don't think we're actually going to be able to. Still too low, really. Come on, just that'll do. Yeah, it was one. Good. Okay, I don't care about social glitches. I just make sure I grab me collectibles so you don't send me back. Okay. A chest over this way. So I think we're doing pretty well in terms of takeover. We're at 45% of Westminster at the moment. Depending on how long it takes us to do all the collectibles and everything. There's also still a few topping missions as well, which take up quite a bit of time. But, you know, I think we're in a fair shot of getting Westminster done before we finish Sequence 7, to be honest. But I don't know yet. Completely. Okay, Okay, this is a very weirdly shaped district, isn't it? It just sort of curves around. It's like, no, this is not St. James's Park. You will not be heading here. This is a completely different part. Okay, I see. I see. I see. And down we go. Very nice. Hello, horses. Get out of the way, horses. Okay, we're nearly halfway done with the chests. We're about to be. Alright. 30 out of 60. Yeah, so it's just alternating at this point, isn't it? It's cool. It's cool. At least they're all basically just in a straight line, so it shouldn't take us as long as it has done with other areas where they're all scattered all over the place. Bloody pigeons. Where are you? You're right at the bottom. Of course you are. Why wouldn't you be? I'm surprised you managed to do all that without hurting yourself there, Jacob, to be honest with you. Okay. Just got a scattering more. And everything will be hunky-dory. Come on. Well, Nelson's column over there. Just poking his head over. Go, let's go, let's go. Yeah, bottle of beer. Thank you. Right, whoa. Wait, are these collectibles not marked? Okay. It's maybe annoying. Auror's correspondence. Have I not missed any? See, I don't know, because a lot of these raw correspondence letters are in... No, there's definitely not marked all of them. If there's 12, we've got 2, so there's 10. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, that's stupid, isn't it? No, we don't have any maps left. So I'm a bit lost. It's not a helix thing, is it? Oh, I've got them both. It's going to be awful annoying, isn't it? That's another collectible set I'm going to have to mark on my own. Thanks, game. I don't know why it does that sometimes. I imagine they're all going to be around Buckingham Palace, though. I don't think I'm going to have to go like all over Westminster to find them. What are you doing? Come on. There we go. We have, as far as I'm aware, cleared up this district. So we've got a Templar Hunt. Beatrice Gribble. Gribble. Someone getting angsty with me. Okay, I've got a secret of London over here. Obviously, might as well just grab things as we make our way there. It's a kitty cat on the bench. Yeah, right. Thank you very much. Let's go. Let's continue to boogie. Oh, some more correspondence. Correspondence! Yeah. I knew that was a bloody blighter. Get out of town. Oh my god. Kill the target with a voltaic bomb. How dare you? Come on. Alright, that'll do. Hey. Double kill. Okie dokie. Come on, you know that. That didn't work out too well for you, did it, love? Okay. That's a big chunk, isn't it? I own this park now. Okay, how am I getting up there? That's the real question. No. If I wanted you to jump down, I'd have told you to jump down, Jacob. Oh, okay. That was actually easier than I thought it would be. Okay. Another pressed flower. Yeah. I get the feeling that most of this correspondence letters are going to be in this particular area, because it's quite barren otherwise, isn't it? If just going around activating Eagle Vision will do anything for me, mark anything that I'm unaware of. So I find the fragments and revelations all over again. Just get to a high point and then just scan around and they'll all mark it for you. I mean, they've absolutely stuffed this game with collectibles as it is. That it would have been nice if they'd actually just tell us where everything was, rather than saying, "Oh no, you've got to do this yourself," as in like, as if that's what we all want. Okay, so we've got London down here. Again, anything marked? Seem to be. Well, it might actually make sense if most of the correspondence is actually in Buckingham Palace, I suppose. Should we get it, or are you just going to look around? You're a bit gormless. Alright, good stuff. So it's got these three up in the corner, haven't we? Thank you very much. I see you sneaking away around there. Just another general scan. It's probably not actually making a difference at all, this, but it's giving me a false sense of security, at the very least. Alright. And finally you. Apparently the last royal correspondence in the area. Don't believe that for a second, but whatever. Excusez-moi. Thank you very much. So we've got 8 left of those. So at most, I just have to mark a few. It does not really make it much difference. Hang on, so we've got 1 there, 2, 3, 4. So we've got half of them marked. That's not bad. Bounty hunt down there. Don't think we're going to have enough time. We'll grab these 3 and then we'll call it. And I know it might be a little bit early, but I think the raw correspondence are actual letters on this, so we're going to have to read through those. It's going to take extra time up in the wrap up. Oh my days, man. That's just unnecessary. Whoa. Okay. Nearly had a point of finishing the pressed flowers, which I'm assuming is probably going to give us an extra little cutscene with Mr. Green. Oh. You didn't like that tree anyway, did you, Your Majesty? It's ruining your view of that bush. Alright. Don't mind me, we'll just take this letter. Alright, I think that'll do. Progression log. So, to we're still no further with that. Conquest activities, we have done a Templar Hunt, Beatrice Gribble. Despite her best efforts, Beatrice Gribble was never welcomed into high society. Her one and only dream was to be one of Queen Victoria's ladies in waiting, but after being repeatedly denied the position, she resolved to make sure that if she didn't get the position, no one else would. She informed the Templar Order of her plans to kill Queen Victoria's consort. Alright. Secrets of London, we've picked up a couple in Westminster. Perks, of course, I've showed you the ones that we got today. So we've got Fancy Moves, Counter Shots, and Road Rage. Progress Tracker, Sequence 7, we've completed the Bodyguard. Associate Activities, Templar Hunt. Where are you? Beatrice Gribble, there she is. London Stories we've not done. Miscellaneous we have of course picked up. Oddities in Westminster. Inventory, no, obviously not going to go through yet. Database, Encyclopedia, People, Allies. We've got Benjamin Disraeli, there he is. And Mary Ann Disraeli. She didn't die apparently, she's still going on today. There you go. Other people, Desmond. What? I don't understand. Okay. Locations, Westminster, we've got 10 Downing Street and Dover House. Collectibles, beer testing notes, we've got E. Smith & Sons Pale Ale, manufactured by E. Smith & Sons Limited since 1855. Sean's tasting notes. This is not beer, this is formaldehyde and a stoneware jug. In a mortuary somewhere, there's a freshly embalmed corpse with a lovely aroma of hops and fine lacing down the glass. And frankly, I'd rather put that in my mouth than this swill. Sons of Adam Irish Stout. Irish Brewers Dublin Stout. Sean's tasting notes, presumably named because the ingredients have been sitting around since roughly the days of Enoch. A proper Irish Stout should be pitch black. creamy in texture with rich yet subtle notes of coffee and toasted malt. This tastes like not someone watered down a pot of roofing tar. Despite the whole thing with burning tyres, the mouthfeel is akin to licking a greasy rat, and how I know that is a story I will not be telling you. I shared the sense memory profile with a mate of mine from Cork, and he actually burst into flames. Please don't send any more data on this one. Okay, fresh flowers, we got anemone, that's the one, isn't it? And yellow daylily. And in royal correspondence, June 26, 1867, to Lord Charles Fitzroy. Lord Charles Fitzroy has always been so kind to the Queen in all that concerns her convenience and comfort, and having only lately informed her that the Duke of Beaufort so completely understood her wishes and entered into her feelings completely... entered into her feelings respecting her faithful Brown, and having also heard last year that people quite understood his going as an upper servant with her carriage. And he, Lord Charles, thinking there should be no difference in London to the country, and moreover having taken him everywhere with her for 2 years on public as well as private occasions, she's much astonished and shocked at an attempt being made by some people to prevent her faithful servant going with her to the review in Hyde Park, thereby making the poor nervous shaken Queen, who is so accustomed to his watchful care and intelligence, terribly nervous and uncomfortable. Whatever can be done, the Queen does not know on this occasion, or what it all means, she does not know, but she would be very glad if Lord Charles would come down tomorrow morning any time before luncheon, that she may have some conversation with him on this subject. Not so much with a view as to what can be done on this occasion, but as to what can be done for the future to prevent her being teased and plagued with the interference of others, and moreover to make it completely understood once and for all that her upper Highland servant, whether it be Brown or another, in case he should be ill, replaced him, belongs to her outdoor attendance on state as well as private occasions. The Queen will not be dictated to or made to alter what she has found to answer for her comfort, and looks to her gentlemen, and especially her equerries, setting this right for the future, whatever may be done on this single occasion. If, when Lord Charles arrives, he would first go to Countess Blucher, he will hear from her what has passed. October 14th, 1867, from the Queen's Journal. General Grey asked me to see me when I came in, and said he was sorry to alarm me, but must show me a telegram from Mr. Hardy, reporting that the Mayor of Manchester has informed him, having the news from a reliable source, that the Fenians had said they meant to try and seize me here, and were starting today or tomorrow. Too foolish, Mr. Hardy added that special precautions should be taken, so General Grey asked to be allowed to send at once for a detachment of troops from Aberdeen, 93rd Highlanders, to be placed at Abergeldy, but letting it appear as if it were for tomorrow's ceremony, he has also asked for additional police. Oh my. December 16th, 1867, to Lord Stanley. The Queen has received Lord Stanley's letter of the 12th. She cannot doubt that is Lord Stanley's wish to observe the constitutional practice of taking the Queen's pleasure before he forwards dispatches of any importance to their destination, but she cannot approve of the irregular habit which has crept in of sending off dispatches without her sanction having been previously obtained, trusting to the power of cancelling them by telegraph if disapproved. She would therefore certainly wish that the old custom of obtaining her approval before the assent should be resumed. The Queen is not aware that she has ever failed in at once returning any box marked immediate, and when she's at Windsor not even a single post need be lost by reference to her. She must also remark with respect to the dispatch in question that though dated the 9th, it was only sent for the Foreign Office on the evening of the 10th and reached her on the 11th. The Queen would further observe that Lord Stanley's remark that there is a wide difference between the expression of a personal opinion in conversation and the formal giving of advice by the government, etc., does not hold good as the moment such conversations are recorded in official dispatches supposed to have received the sanction of the sovereign, they entirely lose their character as private and personal communications. Jesus Christ. December 19th, 1867, from General Grey. John Grey presents his humble and most devoted duty to your Majesty. He has shrunk from, with a reluctance beyond words to express, from saying anything to alarm your Majesty, and if he spoke on the subject yesterday, it was only in obedience to Mr. Hardy's opinion that he ought to do so. Then what he has said yesterday, he said perhaps less than he ought to have done, for he feels that, with a view to your Majesty's safety, it is absolutely necessary that your Majesty should be under no delusion as to the designs which are harboured against your Majesty, or as to the peculiar facility which Osborne affords in spite of the utmost watchfulness for carrying them into execution. Crimes such as these contemplated cannot easily be perpetrated in crowded thoroughfares, or where there is a large population, and the most unsafe places for your Majesty at this moment are those where the population is most thin and scattered. General Grey says this with much pain and reluctance, for he knows how it will jar against your Majesty's feelings and tend to disturb your Majesty's comfort, but he would be utterly unworthy of the confidence your Majesty has reposed in him if he hesitated now, even at the risk of incurring your Majesty's displeasure, in saying what he believes the case for your Majesty's precious safety requires. He shrunk yesterday from telling your Majesty the full extent of the information received with respect to the designs against your Majesty. He now sends your Majesty's perusal the note that you received from Mr. Hardy after you had seen him on Tuesday, and in answer to one that General Grey wrote to ask if he thought it necessary that your Majesty should be informed of the designs against your Majesty's person. He also sends the letter he has this morning received from Mr. Hardy, as well as one from the Duke of Buckingham, corroborating the information received at the Home Office, also one from the Duke of Cambridge enclosing an anonymous letter, evidently written in good spirits, warning him of the designs against your Majesty, which it is added they are only waiting for rendering the services of the military in and about London more immediately available in the event of incendiary fires, which appears to be the form of outbreak most to be apprehended. Oh my. Lord Derby has written thus far and was about to bring under your Majesty's notice the painful and alarming reports which have been received of designs against your Majesty's person. When he received a letter from General Grey informing him that he had felt that it was his duty not to shrink from laying before your Majesty the intelligence itself, which received in the first instance by telegram from Lord Monk, has since been confirmed in several respects from various quarters. I see your Majesty will see the Duke of Buckingham tomorrow. Lord Derby abstains from detailing the measures which your Majesty's servants have taken from guarding against the particular dangers of the Syndicated, in which moreover his Grace has taken a prominent part. It is indescribably painful to him to acknowledge even to himself that so fearful a crime should be contemplated, but disposed as he is to disregard mere rumours of such threatening atrocity against your Majesty, or your Majesty's servants, of which there have been abundance, he cannot shut his eyes to the conviction that such schemes are in serious contemplation, and that the determination of a few resolute and desperate men to effect them at the hazard of their own lives requires the utmost vigilance to defeat them, and even that may prove insufficient. Lord Derby would hardly venture to write thus openly if he were not aware that your Majesty is inaccessible, perhaps even, if he may be permitted to say so, too much so to personal apprehension, but he trusts that he may be allowed, most respectfully but most earnestly, to represent that it is a duty which your Majesty owes to many millions of loyal subjects not to expose to unnecessary risk a life so incalculably valuable to the country, and he cannot but concur in the opinion which he knows has been submitted to your Majesty by General Grey, that few places could afford such facilities as Osborne, such a design as is, he fears, with too much truth entertained. Of course, as long as it is your Majesty's pleasure to remain there, every precaution that can be taken will be taken, both by land and sea, to provide for your Majesty's safety. The Lord Derby cannot withhold the expression of his own strong opinion that the primary object could be far better secured, even in London, but still more at Windsor, and he would feel himself not only deeply responsible to public opinion, but personally criminal in his own conscience, if he shrank from submitting his view to your Majesty, unpleasing as he knows it must be. In any case, Lord Derby must urge upon your Majesty, with all possible earnestness, at least so far, to cooperate with those whose duty and affection alike prompt to watch over your Majesty's safety, as to limit your hours of driving out as far as possible to daylight, and to be accompanied by sufficient attendants to provide against a coup de main. The house at Osborne may, by extreme care, be protected, but your Majesty's unattended late drives afford an opportunity for desperate adventures against which no vigilance can effectively provide. Oh my god. This is an intel. Hey.
The Paris facility was completely destroyed, along with our best samples. All that work, lost forever. With that in mind, these are notes towards increased efforts in locating new precursor samples. I want to merge industry and entertainment in the hearts and minds of the public. Every product and service Abstergo offers should be sending user data to Helix for us to look through. That will be a tough sell to a public who's already scared of Big Brother, so we will sell them on Big Mother. Nobody likes it when the government snoops on our social media, but everyone's wearing an Abstergo body band fitness monitor. What about an Abstergo stenographer? We take a sample from the plaintiff and defendant, and then relive the case through the animals. Yes, that's what I want. I'll ask Mr. Ricken to lean on the Justice Department to get samples from the prison population as well. Laetitia has authorized a series of Abstergo clinics. We're going to open them in cities around the world. Abstergo Healthcare. Imagine being adopted and finding out who your birth parents are, along with your entire medical history in minutes. Under Melanie Lemay's watch, Abstergo Entertainment has more users than ever. That's great, but that's still a pretty small user base. But we need to expand our demographics. Not a lot of virtual feature enthusiasts in the octogenarian set. So let's make products that appeal to them. I want to create a digital wake where people can show the loved ones they leave behind their best memories together. From the Angelus baby monitor to a virtual funeral, I want everyone on this planet to be connected to Helix. Then we can... Ah, damn it. What's the use? It's over. I'm finished.
Okay, that looks like everything. Let's switch over to Evie. Get her all dolled up. So, weapons. We're still doing okay here, aren't we? So, let's get the ancient kukri, an oldie but a goodie. Cool. Gauntlets we're still the best on. Firearms, we'll leave that for now. Okay, got a new one. Goldred Cloak. This wool cape is both durable and easy on the eyes, not that your enemies will ever see it. Well, no one's going to ever see it because it's World War I next time. I thought that was still not for a second then. Outfits, yes, we're still basically done, but I'm going to keep this outfit because it's not going to make a difference, is it? Is that everything? It was, yes. Okie dokie. Alright, that is going to end it for today. I apologise for this going on longer. In fact, obviously, I ended the gameplay a bit early because I was expecting it might take us a while to get through all that rail correspondence, and it took a lot longer than I thought because I think the first one that we ever got was just a letter that was quite short, and the other ones were full-on memoirs and stuff like that, so... Yeah, but we've got quite a lot of them out of the way now, and I'm going to have to mark where all the rest of them are for next time we're doing our regular London exploration. Next time we are, of course, heading back to the World War I simulation, where I'm going to have marked all of the collectibles, well, the chests. I think that's the other one that needs marking, so we'll probably clear up the north side and maybe up across Tower Bridge as well, just so that everything we have is concentrated in the south, but I will also try and get the last of the activities done as well, because I think we've got one more, or maybe two more hideouts, and then we've got the Master Spy to take on as well. Before I hope the way takers, I'd like to thank my amazing patrons. My £5 patrons are Ever the Snake and Ron Hyler. You can find links to their channels as well as my other £3 patrons in the description down below. And on screen you'll see credits to my £1 patrons. Thank you so much, everyone. It's truly appreciated and it goes a long way to help the channel, so I do thank you a lot for that. And if you should become a patron, you can follow the link in the description down below. You don't have to do that because at the end of the day, if you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you did, be sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.